I'm going to show you where the wires are at and show you on where to tape them off and unplug them so you could actually have it at least temporary, running the sled. Because on your Articats, for these plugs, they are an open circuit. So that's the reason why it goes to shut off when you go to give it throttle, because it's creating a circuit. And electricity going to your plugs and everything that's on your carburetors. Now when you disconnect it, it's not allowing electricity to flow to the carburetor through the switch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to disconnect it so you at least use it temporarily. So what you do, you just come down here. I've already taped it off, but what I'm showing you is the plugs that you end up doing it or plugging into. Now this plug right here comes for this carburetor. You'll see it going into the side of the carburetor. You're going to want to plug these cords from these plugs. You got one here, then you have this other one right here. These two went onto this one. So you just disconnect those. Then you got another plug right here which goes to this other carburetor over here. Now this tape that's on here, it's not regular, it's not your plain old electrical tape. Tape that's on here is actually tape just like this. This right here is the type of tape that they use for automotive wiring harnesses. It's not real sticky, but it does stick on itself, and it does protect it from dirt getting in it, because you're going to want to have tape over it so you don't get dirt in it, or corrosion, so it doesn't corrode on you. So you end up at least putting some tape on it. So when you go to hook it back up, you can take all this off and just plug it straight in without having to clean it or do anything like that. Just pull the tape off and plug them back together. So since I already got them taped off like that, what you're going to want to do is take some zip ties, because you want to get them up out of the way. Which just kind of, you don't want to go under the carburetor. You're just going to want to kind of keep them up on top to where you can actually be able to get to them when you need it. Just kind of put it in there just like that. Oops. Now, when you go to put these on, make sure you get it snug, but don't go around the wire, because you don't want to destroy the wire from vibration or something like that when you're crimping it with a zip tie. So you just kind of tuck it into something like that, get it out of the way, just like that. You're going to want to do that to all three of the wiring. It's like this one, just kind of get it up out of the way. Make sure you get it on the wire coating, not the wire itself. Pull it snug, because you don't want it vibrating away from it on you when you're going to do that. Same thing with this one. Take the plug, get it up out of the way. Just like this. Make sure it's not on the... just remember, just make sure you don't get the wire. You actually use the coating for the harness. Just like that. Now these other ones, you can just kind of let them set down below, because they're not going to interfere with nothing. Just kind of get them out of the way. Just like that, so they're out of the way. So they don't hit nothing. Just like that. So you got everything's clear, wire's not close to anything or hitting up on anything. Then after you get done with that, since you got all this done, you go through, you see this right here? You got your steering wheel right here, your steering bar right here. You got your fuel line. You got another fuel line that's got the casing over it, and some of this wiring. You want to take a couple of zip ties, or one big zip tie. Maybe I just used two small ones. And you're going to want to take these two and put them together, and tie them away from the steering bar, because you don't want to wear any you turn in the steering rod, wearing any wear holes into the wiring or your fuel line. So make sure you put it in the spot so when you're looking at it, you make sure that it's pulled away from the steering bar. So just like that. So see how it's away from the steering bar? That's what you want to do so it doesn't rub up against it. Okay, what you do now, you just kind of go through, after you end up zipping everything out of the way, go through and cut all the excess off your zip ties so they don't get in the way. So just like that. There. It's time to piece everything back together so you can get it ready to go. So what you do is when you're putting this back together, you make sure you get all these cables. See the cables right here and right here? Make sure these are tucked right in here in the groove of the air box so it keeps everything up out of the way.
Looks like you're gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, it's a chore working on this, getting everything back in there.
So it's never easy.
No. See, now it's kind of set into place.
But how do you get those things in there?
Now this right here, I just lay over the sled. These little grommets right here, they're kind of tough to put in.
Oh my god!
But it's, a lot of times I'll take the whole thing off.
Oh.
But sometimes it's just easier to do it this way. Just get in there and kind of move it around. Then
it just slides over.
Yeah.
It's a tight fit, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a tight fit.
Okay. Yeah, I can see you struggling with it. There we go.
No, it's still struggling. It's on the bottom part.
Oh, jeez.
See, there's one. See, it's a little chore in getting them on.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad. You just got to make sure that all these, all the wires and everything are out of the way when you're hooking it up, because you don't want the wires to get in the way as you're. When you go do it, just kind of adjust it.
Yeah.
To the carburetor. Okay, since now everything's put back together, now let's make sure that you got the kill switch up, the emergency kill switch up. Take the key, put the key in the ignition, turn it on. Now, since after we did all that, it should start right up. So what we'll do, we'll go out and give it a choke a little bit, pull the cord, and we'll see if she'll fire up. There, see, now it works. The kill switch even worked on it. So now we got it taken care of for you. Thank you for watching Panther TV, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime.